What's up, guys? So, I just got something new I can unbox for you. Show you what's going on. Thanks for all the subscribers that have subscribed since John gave a shout out. And if you hear a loud noise, that's my bird, so don't mind him. So let me show you what came in the mail from DDM. I already opened it, that way it's easier to open. Okay. Well, we got low C 5B. So we'll get the knife. A lot of people have been getting these because they were discontinued, and then they came back. DDM brought them back, so they got some left. So if you want one, you got to get it. You might not get one after that. So I got one. Break the seal here. Let's see. Don't mind the mess. I've been trying to get the drag Baja ready for Sunday. See how we do for the first race. So, let me show you something here. Then we got a wheel. These do the glued bead locks instead of glued instead of bead locks. So we'll see how that they're much lighter. I'm gonna go with a 30.5 reed in here. Probably either ESP or Barlow, I'm not sure yet. Got some wheels. A lot of people have done some unboxings. I just wanted to show you guys what I got. Nice body. So if you do, this is the drag Baja here. A little comparison. The wing side pieces. Check out the chassis. Let's see the chassis. I heard they say it takes 8 to 12 hours to build it, so we'll see. Depends on what mood I'm in. Here's the chassis. So this here, oh no, I have it under there. I have a low C5T Barlow chassis. I was going to show you the difference, but it's in the box. You don't have to get it. Not bad. They do say though the low C5B has a lot of chassis flex, so the exhaust. I was listening to Matt Olson. He has this thing called mod performance or mod speed. He has a YouTube channel. It's pretty cool. He talks to like Bartolone and OBR, and you get to kind of like see, you know, a lot of questions he asks them about their products. But he was saying, you know, he likes the Bartolone pipe because it hooks to the engine and it doesn't slap down. The ones that hook brace to the chassis, there's so much chassis flex, they dent the exhaust. So I'm going to go for the Bartolone end bleed. Not bad. I'll show you, you know, some here and there when I start building it. Low C5B, I wanted one of these. I heard they're good. there. Actually, put that back right here. I'll show you some of the stuff I got. I opened it already. Some fuel line. This is a Vertigo center dip mount for the low C5B. That holds the mesh tight. These are nice. This is a Turtle Racing clutch housing. These are on sale too. They're pretty cheap, 20 bucks. DDM has them. Only the ones for the low C5T, 5B. They have them on sale, $19.99. More fuel line. Some exhaust gaskets for the Victory pipe. Oh, finally got my first tube of Fast Eddie grease here. Thanks, John, for getting this back out there on the market. I've never tried it, so we'll see. I did use the Lucas tacky Lucas, but it's probably not as good as this. Definitely not as sticky. This is sticky, right? So we'll try that out. They give you a lot too. I mean, 17 bucks, but they give you a lot. Got some more DDM drivers. This will be for like a pit box, more for when I go drag racing. That way I can, work on the stuff in the field better. Make a little toolbox there. I got a toolbox here, but can't bring that with me. So, got some of that. These are the exhaust. I like to use these. They thread into the head, and then you use these lock nuts to lock on the exhaust instead of trying to use the cap head or the socket head and tighten it. This to me works better. I've never had too many problems. I used to have problems with the other ones coming loose. So that 30 millimeter stud kit. DDM sticker. Got a million of these. I got some short hexes. This is from Bartolone Racing. I like to use these. This is for the ignition gap or spacer, not the gapper, the spacer. Instead of putting those little plastic or metal things in between your ignition and the head, this thing goes right on there, and you don't got to worry about it. So it's 15 bucks, but I like to use it. It's much easier. You got a good gap. And I got something else from my buddy. This is from RC Ohio YouTube channel. The dude is like an innovator. He made some awesome thing here. I'm glad I was able to get one. This is not something you could buy from just anywhere. He was nice enough to send me one. So this is a 3D printed knob for. Let me show you. Goes on here. This is for the Axis RC stand. Unfortunately, I don't have one yet because I gotta wait for the guy to build it. When I started to, I've been looking for them, but they only have them for like I see maybe one for an MTXL and a Kraken, but for the Baja and the low C5T and the 5B, I haven't found one. So John Bodegel said he's going to be making more, so I'll be getting one here soon. And this goes on here, and instead of trying to tighten this all the time, you could just tighten it with here. So Todd, shout out to Todd of RC Ohio. Thank you, pal. And definitely a smart idea. Yeah, that's some innovation there. The guy, he makes other stuff too. It's great. Awesome idea, Todd. Thank you. So let me give you guys a little update on my drag Baja here. I've done some new stuff to it here. I got a different wing on there. This is a Primal RC wing. So I got the primal wing. Looks much better. I had to do some work on the exhaust here. The gasket kept slipping off, so I had to put on these hose clamps. What else did I do? I got a higher gear, first gear for this race. For this race, I'm going to use a 1955 and this is a 22, not sure, but 2252 second gear, because it's only 200 feet there. And then I got over here, I put it away. I actually got a 26 pinion for the second gear for the 330 feet. So I'll be using that, but I'm also going to get a black bone setup, you know. That way I have an extra. And actually this lay shaft is a little bent, so I gotta replace that. It works for now, but I'm gonna have to replace it. I gotta build me a new front spoiler. I'll do that tomorrow, and then gotta get ready for Sunday. Sunday's the race. So other than that, oh, and I changed out this carrier. I got a Rovin clutch carrier. So that way I can vent the clutch a little better. I don't know if you can see it, but so it's right there. Rovin clutch carrier gives you a little better vent. Before I had more of a closed one, so got that. I also swapped my engine back down to a 29.5. I had it at 30.5, but this isn't the actual 30.5 from ESP, and he recommends that you use a RCMK piston with the 30.5. So all I did, I bought the 29.5 kit, and I put a gasket underneath to raise it up and put a 2mm stroke crank in there. So it turned it to 30.5, but he recommends that it's better to leave it 29.5. So I have another head I'm going to send him and get the 30.5. And then we'll try and get a Bartolone long rod too out here. Try that out. So definitely like the pipe though. I never used the Bartolone pipe. This is the first time, and this thing is nasty. It's got a lot of torque on it. This is the 5T pipe. So if you get the 5B, which I wanted, but they were all out of stock. All Bartolone pipes right now are hard to get. So the 5B is a little bit more top end because it's a little shorter. So I probably will get one when they come back out. So that's it for today. I just wanted to give you guys an update, let you know what I'm doing. I'll make some videos when I get going on that 5B, and we'll see how I do this week for the first race. Let's see what happens. And again, thanks John for giving me the shout out and the extra subscribers. I appreciate it. Shout out Todd RC Ohio for making an awesome part. Smart dude. Great idea, man. And shout out Foundry RC. Hopefully I'll meet you this Sunday. And I'll see everybody at the race who's going. Alright. Have a good one.